Hi, it's Eric, and I hope you're having a great day. I thought I would stop by and do a little extemporaneous talk. This is part of the Beast 2.0 series. The Beast 2.0 meaning this is the system that the system that we're in now. At the end of time, at the end of this world age, and as opposed to the Beast 1.0, which took place from 600, 700 ish BC to 323 BC. That was the tire. Anyway, the subheading of this is flags. Everybody likes flags. People kill for them, die for them, protect them, put them on their jeans, hang them from their front porch. The New World Order came into effect in 1946 when the Congress of the United States mandated the stating of the Pledge of Allegiance. I'll talk more about that. With regard to flags, if we look at Revelation 6, we see that Antichrist is launched forth. First of all, he's given a white horse to ride on, so he looks like Jesus. He also looks like the 12th Imam to come in out of Iran, and I suspect that Satan is in Iran now, underheld somewhere. He's given a turban. It says it's given a crown, but if you look at it, it's a winding cloth about the head, which is a turban. And he is given a rainbow, a bow, piece of cloth. The word in the Greek is toxon, which means just a plain piece of cloth. And it is translated in the King James, it's a bow, as in a rainbow. Now, the real rainbow is around the throne of the real God. This is a rainbow that is put on a cheap piece of cloth. So he's given this cheap piece of cloth, and he goes out into the world to conquer it. The good thing is, as far as he's concerned, is he finds the world basically pre-conquered for his, just waiting for him to come in and make everything all much better. With regard to flags, for instance, everybody likes flags. It engenders their magical thinking. I was in Israel in 2007, and we were going just south of Tel Aviv, and we came upon a huge oil tanker being offloaded into a refinery there and near Tel Aviv. And the interesting thing was, we got to the bow of it, and it said it was the Saudi, I think the Saudi Star. And I talked to my tour guide. His name is Shai Shalom Mater, born and raised in Tampa, Florida, of all places, and full-blood Jew. Could quote the New Testament and didn't believe a word of it. Could quote almost the whole New Testament for you and didn't believe one word of it with regards to Jesus. But that's beside the point. I said, well, I guess Israel's getting along with Saudi Arabia a little better than they used to. And he goes, no, not at all. They want us to be destroyed. I go, you're offloading millions and millions of gallons of their crude oil into your refinery. He says it's technically not Saudi Arabian oil. And I go, how does it technically not Saudi Arabian oil? He says, well, you didn't see the flag on the back of the boat. I said, no, what was the flag on the back of the boat? He said, I think this month it's the French flag. So technically, it's French oil. I said, you've got to be kidding me. He says, no. He says, this boat will turn around. It'll go to Saudi Arabia. They will fill it up full of crude oil. It'll launch off into the international waters, and before it crosses into Israeli territorial waters, they'll put on the French flag. And so, lo and behold, presto, changeo, it becomes French oil. I said, oh, great. And so it spends what? He says it spends about a week here offloading. All those Saudi Arabian seamen that work on there, they go into Tel Aviv and, they drink Jack Daniels and hang around with Czechoslovakian prostitutes. And it's just just a one world nightmare. The boat gets empty. It takes off, and somewhere in the international waters, it puts the Saudi Arabian flag back on the tail end of the boat. Lo and behold, it is now back to being a Saudi Arabian boat. Everything's all happy, and everything's happy, 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 as Cy Robertson would say. And so the good thing is, all that wonderful now French oil, it is offloaded into a refinery that's probably part owned by the One World oil processing machine, headquartered out of London and or New York City. There's electronic change of money to France from Israel. France keeps some of the money and sends the balance of it to New York, where all the oil is bought and sold. We're being one-worlded. We're being bought and sold as we speak. The Antichrist will show up and he will need do almost nothing. He's being forced to pretend to be Jesus Christ. And he comes in peacefully and prosperously. When he makes his appearance, he will be around to fill in some sort of financial breach that is going to happen between now and the time he shows up. I suspect he will show up in around the month of May 2014. We'll see how right I'm going to be on this. I will do a lecture about no man knows the day or the hour, except I'm going to tell you when Jesus Christ himself comes back. You'll know when Jesus Christ comes back because you'll be able to time it from when Antichrist is here. The Antichrist system will start in the month of May, when the locust army shows up at the sixth trump. And then Jesus will show up 5 months later, on or about September 29th, which is the first day of the Feast of Tabernacles, Tabernacles is the day that God dwells with men. So what we've got is flags. Everybody loves their flags, and once again, that flag will be a representation of the primary colors, red, blue, and yellow. Red and blue, that should stand out in your mind. What do you do with a flag? You salute it. The mark of the beast is done with the right hand, and it's done in the brain. What do you do? The only thing you do with your right hand while you're doing something with your brain is you pledge allegiance to the flag. Let's say the Pledge of Allegiance real quick. I pledge allegiance to a piece of fabric of the United States of America. Can you imagine pledging allegiance to a piece of fabric? Antichrist will have his fabric. Everybody's got their pieces of fabric. And we are the only country in the world that pledges allegiance to a piece of cloth. The British have no pledge of allegiance. No other country pledges allegiance. It doesn't happen. The only one that does it is the United States, because we're being told that the beast Babylon one world system is in effect. It's in effect now. And the people that run it speak English. Don't hate Barack Obama and what's going on in Washington. Jesus Christ does all my hating for me, so I don't have to hate anyone. My time is about up, so I'm going to draw this to a close. We will talk soon about some other issues relating to the end of all times. Have a great day, and God bless.